Welcome back. It is mid-April, I think, and we have filled up this bed, as you can see. I just topped it off with some compost. Now we're watering it in. I did throw some seeds in here. I put some like cantaloupe, jalapeno, some flowers and stuff. So we're just gonna water this in, get it nice and wet. The compost that's in here is pretty dry, so we're gonna try to water it in. The dirt below it did rain last night, and it's rained a couple times this week, and that tote over there is full of water, and I was taking buckets out of it and throw it in here. It was like fed as swamp water, so it should be good, has some good nutrients in it, but this is all filled in, as you can see. So that was a nice to-do list, or a nice thing to get off my to-do list. So that's done. This should be about it of all the compost from about 2 years ago. I still have the entirety of my compost from last year I haven't touched yet, so we'll be getting into that for some of the other stuff we have going on. I went up front and planted. I threw in some tomato seeds and some onion seeds and some carrot seeds a couple weeks ago. The carrots are starting to prop up, but not very well. But that's all right. We'll let them. Whatever comes up, we'll just be glad to have. They're pretty old seeds. I didn't know how they're going to do. And carrots is one of those things that's kind of iffy on, right? It's kind of hard to start them. It's hard to transplant them. So I just threw the seeds out. I really want to just be able to just throw my seeds out and have things grow. Not necessarily trying to dig. I literally just took my seeds and kind of like made like a little 1-inch trench and then sprinkled them in. And then that's about it. Covered them back up, right? Watered them in. So same thing here is after I finished getting the last load of dirt, I threw some seeds on top and then covered it with compost. So it's got probably a 2-inch layer of compost, maybe 1 some places, 3 on some other places, but right around about 2 inches of compost on top of everything in here. So that's good for me. I still need to fill in. I need to pull these, I wouldn't really call them weeds, but pull the weeds out and put something in here. Not sure what I'm gonna do quite yet. Maybe some corn in there. I tried doing corn 1 year and it didn't work out. You can see this is pretty much emptied. I'll rip the sides down and then spread out the dirt and then start building the chicken run. Maybe the only chicken we got right now, but as you can see over here, we got all of our turkeys. A little camera shy, I guess, but the turkeys are out and about, so trying to get them to go into the house at night is kind of a pain. The chicken house, not the house. We're done with them in the house, so that's good. Gotta clean some of this stuff up around here and using some of this sheet metal as for roofing. So thinking about building like a turkey run out in the yard. Not as much as a run as much as it is just getting some poultry netting, putting some poultry netting up, and then building kind of like a little skid A-frame with a roof on it so the turkeys can sleep at night underneath the roof on that A-frame, and then have the poultry netting, electrified fence poultry net, so that they can just roam around my side yard. Let them roam around over there so they're not just in the backyard. When they're in the backyard, I've had foxes, so before that net shows up, I'll test it out here in the yard, see how well they do. but I don't want them out here alone, so I've been leaving the dogs out with them. So we'll go check on the front and show you what the fruit bushes have gone to, and then it should be a good wrap up. So over here in this little patch, I put some of the pumpkins I had in there last year. You can see some of the old stuff. I put some of the pumpkin seeds in there from a couple years ago. We'll see if they come out. I had thrown some carrots in here a couple weeks ago, and I believe I have some of them coming up, but it's kind of early to tell. I'm not sure if that is actually the carrots or if that is some of this other weeds, like these weeds here. I'm not sure which they're going to be, but we'll see. If it's carrots, good. If it's not, then we'll put some potatoes in here after a while. Over here, I put in, you can see the one onion from last year that I didn't get, and apparently it went through the winter. I put some more onions in. I threw some tomato seeds in there. I don't know if those will come up. It's a little early for them yet. And some lettuce, I believe, which it's a little late for lettuce, but we'll see if we can get some. That's what all this is. We have a bunch of poison ivy over here that I need to get rid of. So here's one of my grape plantings. It looks like it's probably dead. I don't see any new growth on it whatsoever. Yeah, there's nothing really growing on with that. So that's probably dead. Over here, let's check out. I need to mow too, but I like letting everything come up. I'm trying to go to seed before I hit it the first time. Over here, a raspberry seems to be doing well. It's probably got some new growth on it. Probably. So, it's probably doing all right. I don't see my banana tree coming up, but it may just take a while. This other raspberry, right? That's a blackberry. It doesn't seem to be doing too bad. It's still green. Looks like it might have a little bug pressure on it, but looks like it's probably still going good. These couple plants that I put in here in early spring, they seem to be doing pretty good. I still don't know what they are, but they're doing all right. Kind of pretty. Figured if I could put them in here in between. I think these are tulips. Then since the tulips are dying back, maybe those will start springing up. Give me a little difference in timelines. I think these are strawberry. I think they seem to be coming up. That was a failed crop from last year that just sprung up on us. I'll have to get a lot of poison ivy. Gotta take out. Kind of don't want to take out some of this stuff, but it is weeds. Cut back this bush a little bit to try to give this raspberry some room. As you can see, it's actually flowering now. So I guess it's doing all right. Kind of wish it would put a little more growth on before it started flowering, but not too shabby. My cactus. And this other raspberry, if you can see it starting to put a little bloom in its flowers. And I think it actually has grew some. I guess you can tell by the green growth versus the brown growth, right? Green growth's all the new growth. So that's doing all right. The mysterious plant over here seems to be coming up. I just chopped down much of that tree stuff and laid it down, but that plant seems to be making its way. It's supposed to be a shade plant, so just kind of this only gets I don't know, 4 or 5 hours of sunlight over here, just in the evening, so it's not very harsh. And let's see if it grows any bigger than that. Then my last grape, I thought it was going to be dead too, but it's actually coming up. I've chopped down a bunch of these bushes around it so it has more room, but as you can see, it's got a whole bunch of new growth on it. So I think it'll be all right. It actually started wrapping around some of these other plants that I tore down. So it was all wrapping around them, so I cut them back, give this thing some more sun, and let it start growing some more. So hopefully it'll come up pretty good. But yeah, that's about it. That's about all we got going on. We got to do some more work around cleaning up some of the stuff. Probably do my first mow, trim some of these bushes back, and go from there. Start getting some more stuff in the ground. The birds being out, super nice. So that's pretty good. Hopefully you guys are already getting bombed by the sun, but yeah, do my first mow. I kind of wanted to do like some sort of bagging system for my mower. Which I got a push mower I guess now, but my rider's broke. But kind of want to bag the grass so I can compost it, but I guess we'll just let it sit on the ground and go back into the grass patio thing. So that's what we're at. We'll check in next time, maybe whenever I get the bird's net up, and we'll just keep rocking and rolling, growing what we can, raising what we can, and enjoying life. Until next time.